Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I thought I would just discuss about how to prepare for MRCP Part 2 written. I still remember when I did my MRCP Part 2, me and my friend, we were the second year of working in the UK at that time, FY2 doctors. We did the Part 2 together. The night before the exam, we went together. My husband drive. Both of us were living in the hospital accommodation. We did it in Manchester in the cricket stadium. Book a hotel just the night. And both of us stayed with our own families. The hotel was just a cheap hotel, no frills, just a very near to the cricket stadium. I think about 10 minutes walk. We arrived there at night time. We went there in my old BMW that I bought with my first salary, just a cheap one. And then the next day we went to the exam together and did the exam, and then we finished it together, and thankfully both of us passed. She's a UK graduate, but she's from Hong Kong. It was just the two of us who passed during our FY2, which is good. But obviously because of COVID, I know at the moment the MRCP Part 2 written in the UK is actually currently being held online. They have put out guidelines on how to prepare before doing the exam online. Basically, make sure that the room that you're doing the exam in, make sure it's quite quiet. If there's some construction going on, then you might feel that it's a bit distracting during the exam. Make sure that your computer is working before going on the exam. So make sure you do all the computer checks, microphone checks, camera checks, everything. My friend had a bit of a problem for the afternoon part. The construction started, so she had to move. The break wasn't too long. She had to go to another house. She also was living at the hospital accommodation at that time. Thankfully, they allowed her to use another room in an unoccupied house to do the exam. She also had some computer problem during her exam, which made her start the exam a bit later. I think it was kind of, I can't remember, either like Windows or Mac or something like that. So make sure you do all the checks before the exam, because we don't want this just adding more stress to the stress of the exam itself. So the exam format, basically it is a 200 paper exam, and it's held over one day. Each paper has 3 hours and each paper has 100 multiple questions. The resources that I use for the exam, so the first is books. First is Oxford Handbook of Clinical Medicine. That's the Bible for medical. That's just a quick revision, quick kind of look for information. It's very familiar and I do read it. I didn't finish the whole thing. I just read it, for anything that I don't understand about. Second is, if you want to nail down the ECG knowledge, then ECG Made Easy is the best book. I've actually read this book few times. I read it in medical school. I read it during my work, refresh my knowledge just to understand all about ECG. The next is the rapid review of clinical medicine for MRCP Part 2. So I'll put the link in my description. So this is the book that's kind of recommended by everybody for MRCP Part 2. Obviously, I don't read the whole book. I do refer it time to time and just go through the by topics. The other book that's recommended by a lot of people is the Complete Data for Interpretation for the MRCP. MRCP Part 2 written consists of questions and requiring us to analyze all the data. This book is very good to make sure that we have a good grasp of that knowledge. Rest of the books that's kind of recommended, but I actually don't use. So Radiology for MRCP is one of them. Get through MRCP Part 2 Radiology, and then 150 ECG problems, and obviously lots of Google images and just going through daily clinical practice. So for the question bank, I use past test. I did it twice. So I did it the first time topic by topic, and then the second time is I repeat all the questions I got wrong. The other thing that past tests have is they have the past papers. Further back you go, the format will be slightly different. I didn't finish all the past papers, but I did like maybe the latest 5 years. The other option for question bank is past medicine. BMG on examination does offer question bank, but I didn't use it. I didn't hear anybody using it. So most of people that I've heard use either past test or past medicine. Past test is the most frequently used. I mean, you could use both question bank to study for the exam. Just like MRCP Part 1, I failed the first time of the MRCP Part 1, and then when I changed my strategy to study, I passed my MRCP Part 1. So I did the same for MRCP Part 2 and I passed it the first time. So what I did was I went through the questions in the website, and they actually have the breakdown of how many questions from each topic. Certain specialties have more questions, so I focus more on those. So first is going through the topic by topic, and then going through the past papers, and then going through again what I did wrong, and then whichever topics that I don't understand, then I spend a bit more time to study about it. Time management is quite important for the exam, so make sure that you don't spend too much in each question. If you're struggling with that question, then just flag it up and then come back to it once you finish all the questions, and remember to put answer in all the questions. I think time is the most important thing for this exam. Do an exam mode in a time condition just few days prior to the exam. So constantly check the time, the clock during the exam. So hopefully this video helps. If you have any other question, then please let me know in the comment below, and please don't forget to like and subscribe so that this video can reach more people and help others as well. Thank you. Bye. Good luck for your exam. And if you want to see more videos, more tips about MRCP Part 2, then watch this video here.